Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion. Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
We are just getting started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Clement Longley, for me, is about the perfect example of a centre-back who can play out from defence. His composure on the ball, as well as his pass completion rates, have always been very impressive, and he's got an efficiency about his game for me.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Tries from a long way out into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Kane! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Kane clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And he's taking no chances there. Driven in, and he can clear it away. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Simeone. Now it's Griezmann. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Koke. They're urging him to shoot. Skims one in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Space for him to turn and look.
That was lovely, that.
Simeone. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Kane. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Kane clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now it's Bina. Caicedo. Now it's Messi. Showing. Goes for the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Koke. Almada. Now it's Kane.
Might want to be careful there.
Koke. Camavinga does well to get it back. Koke. And Bina. Foot in. Koke. Now it's Griezmann. Over to the right flank. And here's Griezmann. Now it's Kane. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Tries to pass it through. Akanji cuts out the pass. Akanji is there to clear. Koke. And here's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Griezmann is offering a right smile there.
Goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Driving forward. Now it's Bina.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Almada.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And it's Messi. Now it's Kane. Simeone. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So we're underway for the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Kane just about within shooting range. Just too much. Fractions.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Simeone Pass somewhat off target. Mikel Oyarzabal. Longley. Lenormand. Alex Molina. Oh, that's fabulous. Longley clears.
Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And this is Kane. Koke. Messi. Good driving run. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Baina. Now it's Simeone. And it's Baina. Now it's Kane. Messi. Messi! There was plenty of power on that. So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's going across goal. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, there's a probing ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Always goal side. Oh, just a keeper and the shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Alex Baina certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Koke.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. That has been slung wide. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Griezmann. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Simeone. Molina finding himself in space. And he's taking no chances there. Crossed in again.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
That'll be a throw-in. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
And that's been won straight back. Turns back here, probably the best option.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And this is Messi.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's found a way through. Great defending, strong and determined. Now the cross. It is a corner.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
El dorsal 11. Serán sustituidos.
Oyarzabal is there and he can get that clear.
El dorsal 22.
Aims beyond the defence. And they've got a throw. Caicedo. He is being harried and hassled.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oyarzabal. It's a goal kick.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Molina. Ball is over the line. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Kane. It's run loose here. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And that is high. Oyarzabal is holding his leg there, a worrying sign.
Yeah, and, you know, I think it appears to have been bothering him for a while.
Looks as though he's going to see if he can shake it off. And time is up. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Many thanks to Jim. So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
La alineación del Barcelona.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. We are just getting started. Crossed into the middle, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Johnny. Referee's given a throw. Johnny. Now it's Kane. Just about within shooting range. And for a moment, time stood still. Now it's Kane. Oyarzabal charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking to play him in. He's through here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Tries one from range. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And he's lost his man here. Oyarzabal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Kane. Chance for a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Johnny. Played in, and this is Kane. And they've got rid. Looking for the run. Akanji makes the interception. And he's hit it long. That is a brilliant interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Messi. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. He's free. Shot, surely! Oh! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Cleared away. And he's had a shot. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a little off target. Oh, that is a good... And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Kane is herring after that one.
Barcelona really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Oh, that's well spotted. Caicedo. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. That's rather hopeful. Gave it a go, but off target.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Knocks it into space. Caicedo. And this is Kane. Some resolute defending there. And this is Kane. Oh, now he can run away with it. And this is Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That has been slung wide. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Great vision. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Fine stop from the keeper. And that signals the end of the first period. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the first half. If there is perhaps one criticism I can make, it would be the wastefulness in front of goal. You really ought to be putting those chances away. They have to make up for that.
Barcelona have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. first touch of the second half.
Barcelona definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off. Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
More and more pressure on the ball here. He's in a great position here. Caicedo calmly anticipates. Robertson, who does have an assist to his name. That's going to go a long way. And they've got a throw. Kane looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
Barcelona are still that goal to the good. No, again there's no way through. And it's Robertson. And here's Kane. He's having a pop! He's got away with one there.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Robertson. It's a throw-in. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
And claimed it back swiftly. Now who's going to be first to this? Johnny. Mikel Oyarzabal is in the top 10 when it comes to assists this season, and it's Camavinga. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Could move up a gear here. He's found a way through. He's under a lot of pressure there. Great defending, strong and determined.
Oliver really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He's beaten the last man. It's Kane! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Carlos Alenia. Ball's gone out of play. Alava making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And this is Kane, just eases him off the ball. Now it's Kane.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And this is Kane. Almost there, but it's cold sweats all round. Valverde is there and he can get that clear. Mikel Oyarzabal. Tony Martinez aims beyond the defence. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Quick look, then plays it in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now it's Kane. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Threads one in.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Now it's Kane. Oh, he's burst through. Now it's Messi. Messi! And with that, the end. Barcelona have done their thing. They were driven by a desire to maximise every game, and they have won this one. Kane picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Barcelona may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit and they claim the win.
Well, that's what spirit and togetherness is all about, Peter. I thought they showed terrific desire and focus and fitness in refusing to settle